Hello everyone, hello world. Thank you so much for tuning in and choosing ICS TV as usual. Welcome you to our favorite show, your favorite show, the LA's Talk Show. Our theme today is campus life. Believe me, we got in so favorite, interesting topics for you. And with me, I'm being joined by my guests. These guests are going to help us comprehend our topics even more. So if you don't mind, they're going to introduce themselves. Let me start by my left side.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Otieno K. Doris, Secretary, Health and Environment, ICS College.
Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Andrew Benjamin Wesonga, the School President, ICS College.
I'm Natalia Suzy, a student at ICS College, the current Miss ICS.
I go by the name Franklin Buter, and I'm hereby joining these wonderful panelists, and I'm pleased to be among them. And I hope we do have a wonderful talk.
So you've had our guests, our favorite guests, and today we're going to begin with our topic, which is academics. Actually, in our day-to-day life, academics is important. And so, Benjamin, this will go direct to you. You being a student leader, actually the school president, actually of ICS. ICS is a career development partner, as it is said. So according to you, how does ICS as a school try to help students achieve their career or reach their goals?
Thank you very much. ICS as a career development partner is really trying its best to ensure that it employs well and very most equivalent lecturers, professionals who are very good in various departments, graduates, not just some groups from outside, to ensure that at least they give out the best of all, to ensure students grasp the best of the knowledge they're paying for, as far as their school fees is concerned.
Oh, that's great. What do you think about it, Susan?
I think ICS is one of the best places to be, but it's just that everyone has different mindsets of this kind of thing, because personally I believe that you can acquire or be anyone you want regardless of what you have or what you can get, as long as you have the zeal and the grievance to get what you really want. Yeah, so that's my own opinion.
You come from actually ICS College. It's a college that offers different types of courses, majors. So Doris, if you don't mind, what are some of the popular majors in ICS, like the popular courses, and why do you think students go for them?
First of all, thank you for inviting me here. The popular courses in ICS, the first one is hospitality, where I am. Because if you go to the 5th floor, you'll find that a lot of students are in hospitality. The second one, we have cosmetology. Cosmetology is another course with the highest number of students. And then the third one is media. So I'm being told for the past few years, ICS has been registering a distinction from the media school. That is a good thing. That only motivates someone to come here and to look for what's best. As the logo, I don't know, it's the logo, the motto goes, the best college in Africa. So whatever you're looking for in ICS College, you're going to find it there.
Wow, that's great. And so, as you said, there is something about cosmetology. This cosmetology, it's believed it's kind of a girl-like course. What do you think about ICS? There are male students partaking that course?
There are male students there. They're taking that course and they're very good at their work.
That's great. And so, we find that different campuses have different approaches of actually operating in class. So, if you don't mind, I guess from the right, what do you think about ICS? Is it a lecture? The classes, are they lecture-based or discussion-based, mostly?
Okay, I won't say I think. Sorry, pardon me for that. It speaks for itself. It's something that is there. I don't have to think that the classes are the time periods that they have set for the lectures are actually it speaks for itself. As a school, it's a school of its own class and standards, and the fact that I think they are giving the youth a second chance in life, that should be more reason for people to join ICS. I don't think there is anything more to discuss about that from my side.
Okay, that's great. That's good to know. There is something about performance. You know, a school that performs well obviously sells itself. So, Mr. President, if you don't mind, what's the general performance of ICS College as an institution of learning?
Thank you so much. As per now, as it stands, general performance is check. When you try to look back into the files, we offer, by the way, different exam bodies. So talk of the ICM, talk of the JPUK, talk of the ABMA from the School of Business, talk of the NEC. When you try to look into the graph of how students have been performing, actually they have been performing so well. We've been having distinctions, as my able CS here said. We've been having distinctions from the School of Media. We've been having distinctions from the School of Hospitality, and they've really been performing so well. And this one is being impacted by employment of qualified lecturers, which they are really trying their best to ensure that students get what they are eyeing for. Thank you.
That's great. So whoever is watching and actually you're done with your high school thing you want to do in campus, I think by now you should believe that ICS is the best college in Kenya actually, and the best courses offered too, as you've had. So Doreen, what do you think about, what can you say, like, how do I put it, the school spirit in general? How is it?
The school spirit is very high.
So that's great to know, Doris, thank you very much. And so what do you think, like, what can you say generally about ICS? Like, is it a college that you can advise someone to go? Is there anything like an improvement that you think should be added or something? Yeah.
Sure, ICS is a true place to be, because apart from us having a perfect building with well-spaced classes, and the lecturers are able to maneuver about each and every student and help them individually, but not as a group, I'd suggest that ICS is a real place to be, because we all know what we want. You know what you want, I know what I want, and I want the best. So if you want the best, then what are you waiting for? ICS is the place to be.
Wow, that's a great point. What do you think?
Okay, I would, a great man once said, education is the key to success, right? And how do you get the keys? Only through education. We offer quality education at ICS. The academics speak for themselves. You don't have to like come here and have a whole show talking about our academics. You can, it reflects itself on each and every spectre and genre. So I think my advice to the youths outside there, everything is all about chances, and ICS is giving that to the youths, and it's the place to be. And as the mantra goes, the best college in Kenya. It's not just by say, but also by action. Thank you.
Wow, that's awesome. ICS College, the best college in Kenya. So generally academics, you want to say academics is like on another level in ICS College. That's what you're saying. That's great to know. Wow, so moving on, there has been this something about relationships. Relationship in campus, teacher, student, rather lecturer, student, student to student relationship. And I just want to hear from you. You help us understand more about this thing about relationships in campus. So what do you think, Susan, what do you think actually the factors influencing or rather leading these students into this relationship? Maybe student-student relationship or lecturer and student relationship?
Yeah. So when we talk about relationships, there's this kind of connection that we both have, depending with what you mean to get or ought to get from the other party. There's no way I can start talking to you if I don't see any cause of interest in you. So there could be a good relationship between a lecturer and a teacher, a lecturer and a student, let's suppose. Okay. Because a student, okay, apart from the class one-to-one interaction with the teacher, the student at times goes out of the way for, let's say, researches and like outside projects and everything. So you just come and they'll talk. And you know, when they do these projects and the research and everything, the teacher may tell, like, give the students an additional information apart from the one that probably given that.
Okay, so according to you, Susan, you're saying like the relationship are always like, let me say, mutual, of good intentions. What about the other side? We've been having cases of, let me say, courtship, rather dating, something. What can you say about it, Mr. President?
Yeah, thank you so much. Talking of courtship, love relationships, it has been so rampant, by the way. And we've been having cases of student, or rather lecturer, student, lecturer. Actually, we've been trying our best to ensure that we preach that positive gospel, to ensure that these cases reduce. Because we are getting some students being affected by them. Some are being tortured mentally. Maybe a lecturer, they were involved in some talk of the sex with the lecturer. Then all of a sudden the relationship is dead. So you get that this student is being tortured mentally. He's not grasping that content in class properly. Then by the end of the day, the results are what? Are not pleasing. So we've been trying to at least ensure that we do some counseling to lower the cases. Thank you.
Okay, so about the same thing, like we want to say they're there, we know the relationships are there, they teach a student relationship. So ICS as a school, or let me say the staff of ICS, what actually does it do to help curb such things, or rather does it motivate it? That is what you say.
The campus, actually, it doesn't motivate it. You see, like, let's say, recently with the manager, there was a meeting about the girls' talk. So girls were being taught on how to dress. You see, some things they say that, let me say it in Kiswahili, kizuri chajiuza, kibaya chajitembeza. So when you find a lady dressed in short skirts, short dresses, that she can't bend to pick something, that's not appropriate. It's inappropriate dressing. So we've been calling meetings. We've been having girl talks. We have these groups, girl talk groups, where at least we try to educate our sisters on how to dress. This is a school. This is not a club where you march in and go. This is an institution where you come to gain knowledge. So with the talks, with the counseling, with everything, at least we've seen there's been a change. At least the dress code has, at least there is, I can say, we've bared some fruits.
Yeah, that is very correct, Doris. So, Franklin, what do you think about these relationships in campus actually? Do you think they're of any benefits, or what do you say?
Oh, okay, thank you, Halima, for giving me a chance as well. I personally beg to differ with whatever it is the president of ICS said about concerning relationships and how they are trying to mitigate the whole act. I think love is just a science. It just decides to happen. Like it's like an experiment. Most experiments don't have an explanation behind it. And plus, let's say this relationship is how you deal with people like around you, day-to-day life. So I personally, I don't think there is any problem with having any teacher-student relationship.
Allow me, Madam Stella. Allow me to interfere with whatever is putting across. You see, we have live examples. We have live examples of students who've been affected with such kinds of relationships. Yes. And I think unless if he's talking of relationship on the other side of relationship, but you are talking of the relationship in quote.
What do you mean by relationship in quote?
The fornication kind of relationship.
Romantic.
But you see, we are even having the Bible, in fact, forbids fornication. So who are we? Who are we to do it? And in fact, we also having a verse that says, everything is done at its own time.
Okay,
So you see, it's not the right time for these students to be engaged in relationship, not just relationship, but relationship with their lecturers. You see, there is such kind of, you see, you will not be attentive, of course. Let's just call a spade a spade. You won't be attentive in class. You won't grasp the content.
So in other terms, Benjamin, you are saying any relationship that is between a student and a lecturer includes, like, it involves fornication, according to that's what you said.
Helima, please let me answer my fellow learned friend over there.
Yeah.
You're saying fornication. Fornication is the act of engaging in sexual activities for marriage, right?
Sure.
Do you mean to tell me that students, okay, fornication is only prohibited when it comes to a student and a lecturer? It doesn't make sense.
Thank you very much.
The reasoning is not really mature, okay? So you can't tell us as a panel that you guys are trying to mitigate this because you know whatever you said, call a spade a spade. When you were getting into that whole act of fornication, you knew the repercussions that would come with you engaging in all that act. Okay? So it's upon you as a student, as a lecturer, to know how you're going to deal with the consequences. So
you know,
don't have to pin it.
sorry, my brother, you know, in this 21st generation,
Okay.
you know, I think I may say a number of them are not talking of arguing in your perspective, in a matter of knowing how to deal with it.
Okay.
Not at all, because you are getting a number of them being involved in this act. In fact, let me now bring another term.
Okay.
Let me bring cohabiting. You know, let me now leave the fornication part of. Let me bring it cohabiting. You know, it's all about lust. This relationship don't go anywhere. In fact, maybe, I may say maybe in whole, student can try, but student lecture, my friend, it's lust.
So whatever it is you're trying to say is that to some extent you're encouraging student relationship, but you are really undermining.
Not at all. Refer to my back, the statement I said earlier. I said everything is done at its perfect time.
You said
so. I have not promoted any student relationship.
It is actually getting hotter here, so it's really hot.
Okay, so before you continue, let me ask you a question. Have you sat down and asked yourself, what leads to this teacher-student relationship or student-student relationship? What leads to that?
Allow me to ask my sister there, sitting across the panel. I started by saying, love is a science. It just happens. You mustn't have a reason to fall in love with anyone. So you, as a person, have your own feelings, right? Embedded inside you. And if you see something that you like, then you gotta go for it. What is the problem of you going for it? What is the problem of you trying to show someone that you love them? Because not all relationships are founded on the mantra of sex. That is where we go wrong. Most people just need somebody who can love them, somebody who they can reason with, somebody who can understand them. Try. I would really much urge us, and as a school, as a whole institution, let us not just rule this out based on the viable and based on, for the lack of a better word I'd use, based on the unscrupulous and stupidious intentions of sex. It's not all about sex when it comes to love.
Allow me object your point, my brother. Madam Sarah, kindly allow me. You see, when you talk of you fall in love without a reason, I think it's somehow not making sense. You see, when I fall in love with this lady, I have a vision. Probably, I'm thinking of getting married with her. That's already
has a vision.
That's already a reason. It's a reason. You talked of not having a reason, true? So if you are not having a reason, that means it's lust.
Yeah.
I think Helima, please allow me 1 minute to answer you on a very, very professional level, because I, sitting with you here right now, I am actually pursuing a diploma in counseling. Okay, so these are cases that come our ways, and we have really come across some of them. So I think you didn't get me very well. Whatever you just said is an objective. An objective is very much far much different from having a reason.
Sure.
An objective is a goal. If you fall in love with a pretty lady, you are trying to think of a future with that.
Sure.
That's not a reason. That's an objective. Whatever it is I was trying to say, you know, most ladies do have this kind of notion that if a guy tells you that they love you, they basically ought to love you because of three things: because you've got that nice looking body, because you're beautiful, and because they just want to use you. So those are some of the reasons that I was trying to put across to you. You see,
Okay.
if you love someone because they are beautiful, what happens when now that beauty fades away? Do you tend to now fail to love them?
Oh,
Those are the kind of reasons I was trying to bring into our mind, so that we can, you know, like.
Back there, keep your tweets coming, keep your comments coming. Actually, it's really hot back here. Actually, on Facebook, you're going to find us at actually LA's Talk Show, that is ICS TV. Same to Twitter, same to any social media. So keep it hot, keep it coming, and please don't touch the dial. Yes, so thank you so much for being with us and choosing ICS TV. So keep it at LA's Talk Show every day of the week, same day actually, same time, and trust me, you're gonna be enjoying it. So thank you so much. I've been your host, Stella Nelima, and see you next time. Bye.